How do you know that you're someone's second choice? What are the signs? I want to jump into this one because this is number one for me. And it's ignoring the red flags, okay? Like, if you're dealing with someone and they're showing you that, you know, they're being disrespectful or they're not making you their first priority, I think those are red flags to me. Or if people are calling their phone and they're tucking their phone, or, you know, like just little things that people continue to allow to happen in a relationship that you shouldn't allow when you're in a relationship, I think those are the first signs that you're someone's second choice. So,
You know, it's a sign that you're a second choice.
what?
When I genuinely don't care what you have to say. like everything you say to me, I don't even give a beep.
I remember.
You know, you remember?
I remember when you said that when we had somebody else here and you were just like, don't say anything to me. Just come in here, do what you got to do, and be
Oh,
out.
that wasn't a second
Oh,
choice. That was a duty.
Okay,
It was
okay. That's different.
Second choice is, I mean, like, you're living with this person and or building with this person, but you know that your last person or a person in your past was better, or the one that you truly wanted. Let's not use better, right? I think, and we said this before, we've had a lot of first choices that weren't our best choices, but I had a lot of second choices that was a true second choice. I don't know if y'all watch sports, but if the star of a team ever goes out and you watch the sub go in, and you're like, damn, we about to lose this game. That's what it feels like.
That's a good example. Wow. No, that's true. I think for a woman, one more thing I'm going to say before I let everybody else speak. I think for a woman, I think you know you're not a woman's first choice when she's not submitting. Like if you tell a woman like, oh, you know, I'm hungry and it's late night, and you know she can get up and cook something, but she's not like ready to like, oh yeah, let me go cook my man something. Like I feel like certain things like that lets you know a woman don't really rock with you like that, because you can literally get a woman that's in love with you to do anything. Like a woman that's in love with you, she's gonna get up and make a store run, or she's gonna get up and cook for you. She's gonna give it to you when you want it, how you want it. If you want some head, you're gonna get it. If you acting freaky in a car, you're gonna get the freaky deaky little, you know. But if you're a second choice, she's not excited. I mean, you know, that's also getting comfortable in your relationship. But you know, you're not a woman's first choice if she's not jumping to make sure that you're good or you're happy, whatever. In my opinion.
That's a good.
We never heard
analogy.
that. Yeah.
I mean, because dudes treat their second choice pretty good sometimes. Like they don't always be like, I'm not gonna jump to you. They jump to their first choice and they jump to their second choice too. So that's good to know. You know what I'm saying? I honestly think that, you know, this isn't about first choice to me, first choice, second choice, because there are men that love multiple women and they think that they love multiple women the same. Right, so sometimes it don't be about first choice, second choice, or even third choice. It just be about the priority at that moment. So if you were the first one that's around, the family knows you. So you know she's going to where the family's gonna be at, but the second choice can't, because the family's gonna be looking around like, where's the first choice at? For example, you know what I'm saying?
So what does it mean when a man has a... What if he brings you around a family too? What does that mean?
I mean that happens, but you get to meet the cousins that's cool enough to even deal with, to know that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You get to meet cousins and stuff that are
meet
cool
moms.
enough to know that he has another woman and all of that. So it's kind of funny, you know what I'm saying? But if it's in a regular situation, which it ain't too many of those right now, then you would be like, yo, well, you know you're the second choice if Christmas comes around and Thanksgiving comes around and all this comes around and you're never with them, never, not one time. And they're not even trying to be down there. They're not trying to even sneak down there and be like, yo, I'm gonna come down there for your birthday. I'm gonna come down there for Christmas or New Year's Eve or something. You definitely know you're not in the first choice realm.
Valentine's is the worst
But that's
day.
why you gotta be smart. See, I was so smart, bro. I was so smart. Now things have changed, but I used to never celebrate holidays with my girl. Never. So I don't want nobody to know what choices you were.
Your main one? Your number one?
Any of them. I did not celebrate holidays. We're not meeting families. I'm not doing that. We date 2 years. New Year's. You missed last New Year's. I know. Well, I'm missing this one too. I going out, you know what I'm saying, doing whatever I do. But I never did that because when I did love multiple women, I was trying not to show favoritism.
Yeah.
So I was
Didn't
not
I
going
just
to
say
show
that?
favoritism.
See, I just spoke about him. I said they treat 1, 2, and 3 the same. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
That's right. And
None of you go.
But you
I
can,
love
you
you
can
all.
I love it.
you can argue that you know a man can only do that if they have options.
Yeah, of
And
course.
and if
yep.
and if you do not have options, you know you're gonna settle. And if you're the settler, then you are the second option. Then no.
Every
don't
man
got
got
options.
every
You
man.
bugging.
No. Every man does not know he has options.
Okay.
That's the problem.
That's
They
the
all think when I sit around and try to tell these dudes about how to do things, what to do, when to do it, especially when they come, they'll be like, nah, wait, that's not gonna work for me, or I don't feel that that's gonna work for me. That's you. That's your life. Well, have you tried it? No. All right then, try it. You
And it
know what I'm
worked.
saying? And trust me, it's gonna work. But they don't know that it's too many women out here. Yo, B, it's too many women out here. They don't have enough men. You don't gotta be a simp. It's no dudes out here. Trust me, dogs. You know what I'm saying? Because the women are going crazy. Even if you're married, engaged, whatever, they don't care because there's nobody out there. So chill out.
You got him.
Chill out. You can have it. Like it's there for the taking. Good looking ones, skinny, thick, tall, not good looking, got some paper, good job, no job, stripper, they all out there for the taking. So I don't even know why everybody's tripping on what's good and what's not. They all should be feeling like technically they're second because you should have a lot. Like if you're not busting around and you don't got a lot, you're not married, you're not doing this, you're not doing that, then what are you doing? You know, when I see dudes that's not married and they got one girl, I'll be like, why?
Playing with your
I don't know. You're not married. Why do you have one girlfriend? Didn't your mommy tell you? You know what I'm saying? Mommy didn't pull you to the side and say, these girls are no good. Have options.
This is how you
Have
know.
options, little boy.
No, because you gotta think about it. A lot of these boys now, I'm speaking like, 20, 25, whatever, they were raised, I don't want to get too far off topic, but they were raised by that mom who tried to groom them to be something that was never going to be sustainable in the real world.
Soft, very soft.
You know what? Only treat one lady the best way, even if you date for 3 months. Give her everything you got, and now he has nothing.
They do it
Now he has
now.
nothing.
Exactly.
And then we sit around, who told you to do that stupid shit? My mom. Why would you listen to your mom on how to deal with a woman? She don't know, go find a dude that help guide you. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have a father, go get another dude that you see is getting some vagina, and you go holler at him. He'll be glad to talk to you. Oh, you see me doing my thing? Oh, word, young boy. Let me school you to how I do my thing. It's simple mathematics. You know what I'm saying? Women do it all the time. They go to the other women, right?
Facts.
Factory. Yeah. Men is the only dudes that do not go snoop out other dudes because I don't know what he gonna think of me or he already think he popping already. He's popping. Some people got it and some people don't. If you go get that, intern with him and intern to be popping.
Yeah, you'll be popping.
You'll be popping. You're gonna learn. You know what I'm saying?
You won't be the second choice.
And you'll learn the side, I'm about to say, and you'll learn the side of if you're a second choice.
Well, you know what? I've had a lot of experience with second choices, but I don't like to expose myself too much no more because y'all be going crazy in the comments. So I'm going to just go to the next.
Come on, Jada. You can't do that.
Nah.
What happened, Jada? I don't even know what happened. You've been exposing yourself when?
Yeah, when
All
did
the
you notice
time.
that you were
When did this occur, Jada? Tell me.
You know, there was this one time where...
And what happened?
Nothing. I want to get on topic, okay? How do you know when you're someone's second choice? So...
No. How do you know that you were the second choice?
How do you treat
But
the man?
y'all know that I'm cocky. Like, y'all know that. So if I'm the second
We
choice,
do?
I'm gonna definitely try to steal the
When
first
you
place,
knew you
right?
were
You
the
know what
second
I'm
choice.
saying?
Okay, look.
I didn't give a damn because I was never even coming. I don't even want you. I just want to be first because it feels good. And I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I might just take the spot just because, you know, it's
there for the taking?
it's entertainment. For
Oh,
me.
you
It's
got
like a
it like
game, You know
that.
what I'm saying? Like,
Yo, Brian, all right, so let me ask you a
but
question.
that's why I don't want to say nothing. 'Cause, you know,
Big
now
pimping
everybody
over
gonna hate
here.
me. Everybody gonna hate me when I keep it
Big
up.
pimping over here. You know what I'm
You
saying?
know,
Living your
wasn't my
truth.
first
We
choice.
not gonna hate you.
Living your truth, queen. It's a no judgment zone.
We all play the same games. I think everybody is just, like everybody has been a second choice. Everybody has been in a position
Wait.
where
I was the second choice.
you might have been my first choice, but then with this person, I found something that I actually needed that you couldn't, that you weren't even able to provide. I mean, sometimes
Nah,
I'm
that's
just saying,
not-
like,
that's not how that shit goes,
you was my
man.
first choice, but you toxic, and I'm chilling.
Yeah.
I like
That's
being
what
with
I'm saying. Now
the,
you're
but
with
I
a
like
man
being
that's
with
not
the.
toxic.
I like being. She might have been my second choice, but that doesn't mean she's not dope.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
you
what
could
I'm
have just
saying.
been over the top exciting. We do mushrooms together. We travel and do and do menages together and party crazy. And then when I realized like, yo, I can't do that for the rest of my life. I'ma chill with her. She's stable, she cooks, she clean, she understand me, she gonna work on my mind, she gonna support me, rub my back. When I get old, she gonna wipe my ass.
So
yeah.
being a second choice
Going
may
with her.
not be that bad, because you could have ended up being.
You could end up being the
Strung out on
first
drugs
No,
choice.
in the
being a
woods.
second choice is not bad as long as you're not treated like a
The
second choice.
There
Now
you
that's
go.
different. That's
Yeah,
different.
when you're treated like the second choice, it's a little bit of resentment towards you for nothing that you really did. You know what I'm saying? It's just the fact that that person is like, you were my plan B, and I really wanted my plan A to work, but it did not work. So now you're just taking the backlash from all my failures from my plan A. But you're
trash.
good enough to still be here to fill that void, but you're not good enough to conquer that void. And that's what happens, and a lot of people feel that way.
What about when you with somebody and then you really, really, really like them, and then you meet somebody else and you like them more? Who's the first and the second choice? I mean, because that happens.
We call
I'm just saying.
that we call that equal opportunity.
Because, you know what I'm saying? Who's the first and who's, I mean, first and second choice, I mean, that's very close. It's always subject because somebody can get knocked down off that first plateau at any time, and that second person can step up and do something that you never thought that they would do that would catapult them to the first spot. So it's really hard to gauge what you're gonna do differently for the first or the second choice unless she's just a sex thing. It's just you're trashing her.
thing.
I have a question. I have a question. Actually, I'm gonna aim this question at you, Brian.
Okay.
Cause you work in the, you at the gym. It's a lot of. I heard gym people, like trainers, they go through a lot of
Women.
and you know what I'm saying? Because they all come in here, they want.
Wait, why? What do you mean?
I'm just saying,
You
you
fuck your
probably get a lot of ass
clients.
as you're a trainer.
So we fuck our clients? Is that what you're
I
implying?
mean, I'm not saying
Listen,
you,
Brian,
but
No,
that's
no,
what
in
I
general,
heard.
in general.
Yeah.
That's a stigma, right?
Before
That's
you
what
answer
people
that
say.
question, Brian, I was a personal trainer for about a year.
But you might not be as mad as a person as Rico, so I'm
His
just.
birthday is
That's
3
his
days
twin
apart.
light-skinned brother. What you talking about? They both from Jersey. They both work out.
So are you
He's
getting
a
a lot
nicer
of
version.
ass as a trainer? Plead the fifth.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
You do
I
be
would
smashing.
listen. Yes, I would get ass. Number one. Number two, it would not be my clients because my career comes first. As a successful man,
Yeah,
Money,
check.
money
I've
before
been
everything.
I've been a personal trainer for 10 years.
Okay.
Okay. So it comes down to once you have success, and I'm trying to elevate myself to become, let's say, a high value man. You know, you're never going to be a second option as a high value man.
Okay.
So then taking this perspective, you guys all had good points and I was just listening. Just trying to take a different route, you know, are you satisfied being a second option? No. You shouldn't be settling. You should be trying to elevate yourself. You should try to become a high value man as a male, right? So you have to be tall, let's say 6 feet. I'm 5'8". I'm not tall. I would argue maybe
There's a
two
lot
out
of
of 2 out
tall-
of 3. 2 out of 3, one of these, okay? You have to be taller than the woman that you want, okay? You have to be successful, and you have to be fit. And fit meaning you want to look good, you want to be in shape, etc. I think those are the 3 criteria that women would want. In general, 9 times out of 10 in the US, let's say.
Those are good
Right?
things. Those are cool.
Right?
You know, they all right.
You know? So you would at
A little
least
swag, throw a little
right,
splash
you
of
would
swag in there.
yeah, right? So if we could agree with that, as a second option, you got to look at yourself in the mirror. Am I successful? And am I not? No, then you got to work. Okay? You got to try to become elevated. Number 2, am I tall? No, then you got to try to get the 2 out of the 3 then. Okay? And then the third is am I fit? Am I good looking? Not, then you have to start hitting the gym and you got to better yourselves.
Wait, time out. I'm cool with everything you said besides the tall part.
Okay.
I just want to make this disclaimer out there. There's a lot of tall cornballs that will always be second option.
You're right.
No offense to tall
Right.
people.
Remember, two out of
is
three.
not-
Remember, two out of
agree.
three.
Nah,
That's
that's
what I would
not-
argue. 2 out of 3.
No, that's not even in the category.
No, you don't think so?
No, what?
Shouldn't be. It shouldn't be, though.
But
You know how many famous rappers are not 5'7"?
but they're
Yeah.
but they're
Get
successful.
bitches, though.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
They're successful, and
Yeah.
then they're good looking.
So
Yeah,
two
At
out
least
of three.
9 out of 10. 2 out of 3. That's
But what I'm
that's my
saying
point.
is those 5'7" people could also have the 6-foot guy who has all 3 boxes checked. He's taking the 6-foot guys, and he only has 2 out of the 3 boxes checked.
Wait, repeat that again.
Okay, so you said there's 3 boxes, right?
Right. You gotta check
Tall,
them.
successful, fit.
Right.
I'm just saying this is the height stigma.
You're leaving out cornball.
Yeah.
Cornball.
Herb.
Herb.
You know what I'm saying?
I would say top 3. I would argue top 3. That's
so
the top
once
3.
you have
There's
those
a lot of
3,
categories.
So once you throw those 3 in there, you don't even gotta go over there. Once you throw cornball, herb in there, it doesn't matter how tall you are.
Personality
Yep. yeah. That's what I'm trying to say.
I wasn't even getting to that though. What I was gonna ask you
Okay.
specifically
Yeah.
is, have you ever treated somebody like they were the second option? Like, have you ever done things that you know for a fact, like try to give signs that you're not the person that I really want to be with? Like,
No, but I would keep my girlfriends on their toes.
Okay.
I would make sure they know that I have options.
oh, okay, and how?
That's an
how would you
Aquarius
do that?
move right there.
But how
Can't
would you do
deny it.
that?
Can't deny it.
How would you do that?
But like you're not the only one
You
here.
know,
I
like
can-
let's say for example, I'm sitting with my girl, watching Netflix, whatever. It's my day off, right? After a 17-hour day, I'm exhausted. I get a text. Let's say I'm a fuck boy. I got WhatsApp. I got all this shit. I get a notification. I open up right in front of you. Doesn't matter. I have options. And she'll look at it. She's like, who is that? Girl, you know how it is. You know what I'm saying?
And then what do you do?
That's
Okay.
it. That's the
She,
end of
she
conversation.
listen, and she's not forced to be in a relationship. She knows. Let's say hypothetically, she's with a high value man. She's gonna say, okay, I can just take it, or I could just move on. And if she's gonna move on, she's gonna be with the
Do
second
a lot of
option
women
then, with her
accept
second
those
option.
Things? Do a lot of women really allow you to sit there and open up a text from another bitch in their face?
Yes.
I'm trying to be an extreme, but in some cases, I'm sure they are. Let's say Chris Brown. He makes a lot of money. He's good looking, tall, whatever, right? He sings "These Hoes Ain't Loyal." Let's say he has a girlfriend when they were dating with Rihanna, okay, and they were A1 before that situation, right? I'm sure Rihanna knew Chris Brown was jumping around hoes, right?
I don't know. I think that
Yeah, I
she
think
was
they
his
probably knew
first
each other
choice,
was
so
bugging.
maybe he was hiding it more. Maybe that
You
was
know,
something.
or
that he was
okay,
trying to
let's
keep
say
on the low.
take it a step further. Jay-Z and Beyonce. Jay-Z was cheating, right?
But she
would argue that
couldn't look up in
Beyonce
her-
is-
He
what?
could not be hiding no text messages. I'm sure she was picking up that phone when she wanted. He had to go above and beyond and have a second
Right.
phone that was hidden in the.
But you won't
glove compartment.
you won't hide it if you're that top guy, top G. You know.
What? No, that's different. That's a marriage.
You know,
That's
you would hide it. However, you would not embarrass your
Oh, you said
girlfriend
you
though.
would hide it.
Yeah, you would not be disrespectful.
Yeah.
You would not be disrespectful.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Like
If
Jay-Z is
I'm
not
out to
respecting
dinner,
Beyonce.
with my girl, let's say at Catch, your favorite restaurant, right? and
More.
you know,
They gotta
if I'm
pay
sitting
double.
down and I see a nice 10 walk by, and I'm like, damn, I'm gonna go talk to her. I'll be right back. Like, that's
not a
That's
relationship.
disrespectful.
That's not a
That's
relationship.
disrespectful. But when she knows the deal and she knows that she's with a high value man, you're gonna tolerate it. But she's gonna be like, don't let me know, don't let me see it, don't embarrass me, etc. You're gonna keep it on the low.
What I'm about to talk about is universal. Everybody feels this way. So everybody has experienced dating someone where they're keeping their options open. I felt that way before. I was dating this dude named Mark Jamal. It's like, I'm joking.
Damn, the whole name, Jesus, Mark Jamal.
No, but I'm sure we've all experienced dating somebody and you know that they're doing their own thing when they're not with you. And I just want to tell this story because it just makes me feel some type of way when I think about it. But I was in a situation where I was dating somebody and I mean, the dude had me in his crib, was very nice to me, would cook for me, the first time I ever did an edible was when I was with this person. I trusted him. I was in love with this person. Not in love with them, but I just was in love with the image of being with them. I was just like, this would be so perfect if we could work. It would just be perfect. Someone that would just showing me a different lifestyle. He was still a little hood, but he was very hood. Because I remember he had that gun.
He was turning you
Anyways, he was hood, but at the same time, he lived in, this part of Jersey that I never knew about. Anyways, let's fast forward. The dude gave me a car to drive, but he had 2 other cars. So one day he was supposed to come visit me at my job. So he was supposed to come visit me at my job, and he was just trying to figure out if I was gonna be there or not. And I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna be there. And he was like, all right, I'm gonna come. Long story short, he doesn't show up at the time that I'm thinking he's gonna show up. Then my homegirl calls me and she's just like, yo, are you still with this dude? And I'm just like, yeah. Well, he's like, well, bitch, he at your other job, because I had 2 jobs at the time. She hits me up and she's like, yeah, well, your dude is here with some chick. So
Wait,
because I'm
whoa,
a crazy
whoa.
Scorpio,
He didn't know about your second job?
he knew about my second job, but he went to my other job because he knew I was going to be at the other job. Well, I was at the job that he knew I was going to be at.
No, I'm saying, so he brought another girl to your
So my other
second
job, super disrespectful. But it's a club scene, so
He definitely didn't care.
he didn't keep. But why
sorry,
are
he
you letting
did.
me stay in your house, and why are you giving me a car to drive? It's like he wanted to make sure he knew where I was going to be at.
It doesn't matter. He knows you work there. All of your
Yeah.
coworkers.
Well,
know
I
that.
get it. I'm
They're all gonna
embarrassed, okay? This is why I'm bringing it up, you know? I don't get played out too much, but this was a situation where I got played out. But, you know, the Jada in me, I had to pull up.
No.
Up. What? What you mean no? What?
For real?
I pulled up. I had to definitely pull up, and that is an example of me
But what
knowing
happened
that
when
he
you
has
pulled up?
options, and I was probably
What
not the
happened
first
when you
Yeah,
pulled
did
up?
did you start saying signs? Start
Hell yeah, I
swinging,
pulled
or-
up in his car. I blocked his car in.
With his card.
He was parked in the front too. Had the audacity. I pulled up real close to his car. I blocked his little Benz coupe in. I walked up in there and I did the whole, oh, y'all sitting at the bar. Oh, y'all sitting at the bar kikiing. Oh, this is cute. He looking at me. He like, oh, what's up, babe? I'm just like,
Oh damn.
He must have been Aquarius.
I want you to try to get away. No, he was a lion Leo.
We're close.
Tried me. He really tried it. So I went, he tried to make an escape, couldn't pull out. It was just a lot. So he was just like, I thought what you doing here? Just the whole talking, chit-chatting thing. But I was really hurt because I'm just like, wow, this dude really out here.
But you knew he was keeping his options open when you were together.
I mean,
You know.
You said if we work out, so you definitely knew.
it was, I guess so. I guess
good
I
point.
knew he was keeping his options open. And that was the beginning of me. I didn't even know how to do my eyeliner and stuff right at that time. So at that time, I knew I wasn't the level. It's levels to shit.
He
you know
saw
what I'm
your
saying?
potential. He was
saw
waiting
my
for you to grow.
potential. And I knew that I wasn't at that level yet. And he used to tell me little things. And I used to be like, all right, I'm going to do it. Let me work on it. Because I knew that he was dating girls that was at a higher level than me at that time.
Was the girl you pulled up on, was she bad?
She wasn't even that bad though. But I knew that he dated some people from TV shows. I knew that, he lived a certain lifestyle. I was just glad that I was a part of it at that time. So I was just like, he loved me. Like, I don't care. I'm the one that's in this house. I'm the one that's driving one of his cars. But at the same time, I was getting played because I wasn't, even though he liked me a lot, I still wasn't, I don't know. Maybe, what was it? What is it?
This is a classic example when the first option doesn't know that they're the first option and stoops down to the second options level, and then you're the only one that loses.
Wait, what did I do? What happened?
Because you were the first option. You had his car, you had the house, you had the keys, you had the time.
Mm-hmm.
This girl was the second option, if even one to be considered
So I
an
shouldn't have
option.
went looking?
And what I'm saying is, you knew where you were at, and he knew where you were going, and you knew where you weren't. You were supposed to, I'm not gonna say supposed to, the best thing was to play your role till you got to that level, and then all that other foolishness hopefully would stop.
Or at least till you got back to the crib so you could
Yeah.
speak to him personally,
Yeah.
because
He was being sneaky, and I don't like
he
it.
can't be being sneaky
went
if
to
you
your
know
job.
he's keeping his options open and he went to your other job. He's trying to see, is you with it or not?
Yep.
Okay.
How are we rolling? You know what I'm saying? Are you gonna let me do this type of thing? Because you ain't at this level of where you want to be at, or I want you to be at.
Yep.
So are you gonna respect me giving you time, giving you the car, showing you the lifestyle, waiting for you to do what you gotta do, and I'm gonna do my thing.
I wasn't mature enough at that time, though.
And that's all. And
was
that's all that it
young.
was. Most women do that with the with the men that they end up with. They know that they doing things. When I met my wife, I had women and I started cutting them off, and I told her, and it got down to one or two last ones, and I was like, I'm not.
This
letting
one's
this
too
keep-
hard.
until I know that we're gonna work this thing out. You know what I'm saying? And as we work them things out, that's when I cut them women off and say, yo, this is how I'm going. But it takes time. You know what I'm saying? And with me though, I'm not looking for the woman to cut off all they men and all that. I'm not even concerned with that. I'm being honest. I'm only concerned with me and you. If you decide to do that, if that's what you want to do, and we cross that bridge, we could do that. But I'm not scared to let you date 2 or 3 dudes, and I was dating a couple women and stuff like that. Like I'm not that style of guy. Like I'm doing it, but you not doing it. Nah, you go do your thing. Know that you want to be here with me, and we good.
So how do y'all both come to a place where you guys end up together? If she's doing her thing, you're doing your thing. When do the feelings change? Like
it's when you're spending the time. You know when you going to the next level. It's the same way when we talk about people and we say you know if you like them or not.
right.
That like is bigger than that love. You have to really like them in order to start and begin to love them. So if you don't want to spend more time with the women are going to start getting way less time because you're going on trips, you're going on dinners. She's spending nights, she's bringing the clothes over, she's getting the key, she's driving your car. So if she's doing all this, when you seeing 2 and 3, they're gonna get less and less and less time. Then they gotta decide what they're gonna do.
So is it safe to say that when a woman really wants to become your first option, does she have to demand more time, or like how does
No, she got to step it up.
Okay, and
Don't
how would you
demand more
step it up though?
Because demand more time. This is when I hear that. I hear, oh, come on, we got to go do this, or come, I need you here right now, or pull up right. No. She has to step it up. She has to do things that take more time.
Okay.
Right? So, for example, it's like, hey, I'm going to pull up this morning and I got breakfast for you, whatever. Or we're going to go out to breakfast. Or now you're starting to do things that will automatically take time, not demand time. When you demand time, you're going to get the cold shoulder. It's going to get the, no, I don't need
God,
you.
chill.
Like, but when you do the gestures, right? When you gesture it out, yo, let me take you out to eat here. Or let's go do this. Oh, there's an activity thing here, an event here. Like, I would love to go with you there, blah, 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 blah. Next thing you know, when he's having a good time with you, and you're having a good time with him, that's how y'all actually end up molded.
Absolutely.
You know, every relationship that I've ever been in, I got suckered into. Like I never.
That's a fact though.
Besides one, which was in high school, disregarding that one, I've never asked a girl to be my girlfriend. I just became her boyfriend.
I just did.
and I
We're
was like,
together. It just comes to a point that we be like.
But that's what we do though.
Because things occur and you be like, are we together? Like you gotta react a certain way and you be like, yo, are we together now? And you be like, all right, we're together and we move that way. Like it's the movement, it's the small things. If I go to work, if I come here and I come home and the dishes is done. You know what I'm saying? If there's some food there, that's all she gotta do. It don't gotta be that. Have some lingerie on, be ready to serve me when I walk in the door. It's many ways to please a man.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
As many times as y'all say that ain't never enough and the bitch ain't shit because that's all she got to bring to the table, that's what hooks y'all motherfuckers in the first
No, that's after the fact.
damn it,
That's
I'll be damned.
that's not hooking, that's keeping. It's a whole difference. You gotta hook them and then you gotta keep them.
So do they stop wearing the lingerie or do they
No,
stop?
you cannot.
continue.
Okay, you
Because
gotta
no,
keep doing that.
you cannot. That never. See, these are certain things that never end. If you want to keep us, please. If I like you that way, you have to give me joy. The
But I
same,
do think
the
that
same way that you want. The same way that women want a man to be like, yo, let's go on trips because that makes me wet and I like to see the blue waters. We got things that we want too. And we're willing to take you on trips multiple times. Every year, 5, 6, 7, 8 trips to keep you drippy. You know what I'm saying?
Trippy.
So you got to think about what's going to keep me feeling the same exact way. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's where some of the women lose it at. And I say this, that's tough because you're not going to like this because there's so many more women than men. So you can't lose that. If you lose that, trust me, and he talks about high value man and all of that. If you lose that with a high value man, you lost him.
He's gone.
It's gone.
Once a high value man gone, he gone forever.
You have to
I
have
need to
that.
know because
You have
You
to
have
no.
time. Just don't waste it.
You
early
have
on.
to.
yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. I don't want to waste it. So let me know if this is not going
No,
into it.
it's wasted once the women start going and saying, I'm gonna go party and I'm gonna go stop at this time,
Yeah.
that's when you lost it, because even while we're partying, right, you know what we're saying? Where she at? If I see her, I'ma chill. You know what I'm saying? I might, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna wild out. Boom, let me get her. And I'ma hold on to her, and it doesn't matter. Women will be like, oh, I'm gonna shake it till I'm 35 and not even be looking, oh, he's cool, he's cool, he's cool, he's cool. And then you realize all them cool dudes, you done missed something.
And they all got a relationship.